Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a reading to see what's happening in November for you guys. So let's get one of these to just see the general vibe. What's coming through for Aries in November? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to take that. It's the Bardo, but let's grab, I saw like another one flipping too. What's coming through for Aries in November? And it fell on the floor, so watch it come out again. This deck is powerful. I feel like sometimes that happens a lot. But let's see what's coming through for Aries. Oh my god, do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. All right. This deck is like doesn't play, like, I don't know. And we have the Maiden energy, so I feel like you're in this sort of like transitional period here with the Bardo. That card really wanted to come out. You could, it's like you're leaving one phase of your life behind as you like move into the next phase. This is number 50, which reduces to a 5. So there's definitely some sort of in-between period indicated here with the Bardo. So it's like you're not really like in the next phase or the previous phase. You're kind of in this like holding pattern, waiting for something to happen. Interesting. I'm not really sure. Let's see what's going on. Let's get your love life and your career and just see if we can get anything more. But what's going on for Aries love life in November? Ascendant outlook. Okay. So what I'm getting from that, and Mars action. I feel like I have to sneeze. Sorry, hold on one second. Okay. Worldview, mission statement, expression, affect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, aura, likeness, approach, impact, first impression. So, okay, if you're like between relationships, for example, it's like you're going to focus November on maybe like getting into shape, like getting some new clothes, trying to like change how you look to the outside world. We have this lipstick here. I'm seeing boxing gloves. I'm thinking of the gym. There's like a fire lit on you. Even this orangey color here is making me think of that. Desires, impulses, courage, force, heat, strength, competition, workouts, excitement, thirst, impatience, anger, leadership, engine, potency, willpower, motor, and sex drive. It's like you're feeling like you want to feel again. So it's like it's lighting a fire within you or something like that in November, where you're going to maybe start like working out or just doing something different with your appearance or something like that. What about your career? Let's see. We have the 9th house, seeking, foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, beliefs, pilgrimages, spiritual quests, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus. I don't know why I can't speak. Risk taking. I feel like you're sort of allowing yourself the freedom right now to explore what you want and to like you're like giving yourself permission to sort of like change things about yourself, like that you like long held beliefs that you've like had about yourself. This isn't very like specific. This is, I'm almost getting a sense of like you feeling almost like formless, like wispy, like smoke, and like deciding that you're gonna let yourself, giving yourself permission to sort of reform however you reform, like how wherever the wind takes you or something with the smoke imagery. I'm just seeing it like that in my head. I feel like you're going to maybe even be taking on a different role in a relationship, for example. Like, for instance, if you've been like cheated on a lot, you might like all of a sudden, you might be like, there's like this sense that's Mars energy, this like tough sort of an energy. But then I'm seeing this dress here where it's like almost like you're going to use your clothes to signify like your strength somehow. Like for instance, you could like do spiky hair, like just something that's going to signify like a leather jacket, toughness, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to redo your look a little bit in order to appear more tough, and just to, not even to appear to other people, but like to feel better, like more tougher or something like that inside. Like you can't F with me anymore. Like I'm strong. You're going to feel like your strength come back, I'm getting, in a way, in your love life, where, it's not even necessarily like, oh, I'm going to try to dress differently so people are attracted to me. It's like you're going to try to start like dressing how you feel or how you want to feel inside. You're going to try to like make your outer appearance match how you feel on the inside, because like with that Mars energy, I feel like you were feeling this very like strong, like headstrong, sort of like rawr, like sort of an energy, and that is Aries energy. And I feel like you're like on fire right now, or it's fueling you. And if you don't even feel like that right now, I feel like this is coming. We have 2 fire energies. Well, I don't know, is this what is an ascendant? I really don't even know. Is that like the first house? But the first house is something else. I don't know. Anyway, I should know, as I'm trying to tell you what it is, but but I don't know. Like, anyway, it kind of does remind me of like the first house, and we did have that Mars energy on the bottom of the deck regardless, so there was fire energy present with this when this card came out. But there's definitely fire energy here in the 9th house. And going over to your career here, it's the energy of like exploring, like taking a trip in your mind, or maybe even literally with foreign travel, adventure, higher education. I feel like you're exploring like your options. Even if you are at some sort of job, you don't see it with the Bardo as being something permanent. Like you're like I see my life moving beyond this. And maybe you're contemplating going back to school, contemplating moving just to move, like taking some sort of a risk here, going on some sort of religious retreat, spiritual quest, like even like maybe becoming like, I don't know, like a monk or something like that. Like you could be like really like nothing's off the table. Journalism is making me think of like traveling around, like becoming some sort of freelance journalist, writing, blogging, or something like that. Like you're kind of like, the world is my oyster, I can do anything. It's like there is this sort of in between period, but it doesn't feel stagnant. It feels like exciting. Like it feels like potential waiting to be like explored. I feel like you feel like unstoppable, almost like I can do anything. This is like cool energy. Like I'm so excited. Okay, so let's see what else we can get here. Let's use Moonology, and we'll just like further clarify your love life and your career. What's going on for Aries love life? Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I feel like you're really trying to mix things up and try different things, like with the North Node energy. Like, and I feel like for whatever reason you're doing that with your clothes or your hair, or maybe you're just like dyeing your hair like some funky color, like getting, you know, chopping it all off, or like getting extensions, or just something to signify like a new me. Like I feel different on the inside and I want that to reflect on the outside, or I want to feel different on the inside, so I'm gonna start on the outside and just like let people know, even if it's like subconscious, where you're like realizing that, I feel like you might be doing something to your hair, but even if it is like subconscious, where you're not realizing that that's what you're trying to reflect on the inside, it's like you just feel this, you feel drawn towards like leather. I don't know why I want to keep saying leather, but fake leather, not real leather, but like just like something that looks so like kind of like tough and like edgy, like, you know what I mean? I feel like you could be trying to have like a more edgy sort of vibe, because you feel like a little bit edgier, like you're not scared, you're ready to like break from some sort of a mold that you've been in, and you're realizing like almost that you're limitless. And like that's why with this liminal space here, it's like an in-between period. You're just kind of like a scientist in like the laboratory, like a mad scientist, like, oh, how can I create my life? It's almost like you're looking at, it's kind of like creator energy, like you're sitting here, like if you were like looking at your life like on paper, you're like, okay, like writing a character in a book. Okay, I want Susie to be like wearing this and wearing these shoes and like looking like this. Like maybe you're even making a vision board or something like that. I feel like we are kind of coming up on the new year, and that's like the time when people start doing those things. So maybe you're kind of like, wow, the new year is coming up, like reflecting on what you've done in the past year and thinking about how you want the next year to go, and you're like excited about maybe making some changes and setting some new goals for yourself. And you're starting with like the fun stuff, because I feel like when it is actually New Year's, it's like, oh, I have to go on a diet and start working out. It's just like not fun. Oh, I want to like do all these like responsible things. This feels more fun. This feels more like, okay, like what kind of clothes is this person gonna wear, and like what kind of fun, if I had my ideal life, like what would I be doing, like where would I travel to, like maybe you're getting a passport just to get a passport, just so to like open the door like energetically towards travel, because you're like, I've always wanted to travel, I don't know where to start, let me just get a passport, and then maybe like some opportunity will come along. Like it feels like you just want to like, I don't know, explore a different side of life that you never have here, is like the vibe that I'm getting. Okay, what else for your career? for Aries. Okay, prosperity lies ahead, surrender to the divine. Okay, but let's just get one for Aries career. We have you're very close to achieving your goal with the gibbous moon. So with the gibbous moon, that's like almost towards a full moon here. So I feel like even if you are like, again, I feel like there is some sort of like established something, but it's like I feel like you're almost like unknowingly, again, how like I was saying, like subconsciously with your outfits and like your outer appearance and stuff like that, I feel like you're maybe doing the same thing in your career, like with the passport thing I was just saying, or you're just like researching like places that you want to go, but like you're gathering like intel and information or something like that. I don't know, I feel like you're really like I don't know, but like you're very close to achieving your goal, honestly, kind of. It's almost like I feel like you have some sort of established structure and it's like you've achieved some sort of a goal or you have some sort of stability, but it's like you want to move beyond that. Like that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting. Like, let me see. Let's get one more just to clarify, but I'm not going to keep it on the board. Oh, take time to breathe out. I feel like you're almost like with your career, I feel like it's easier for you to, okay, this is what I'm getting. I feel like it's easier for you to more so like step out of your comfort zone with your appearance, because that's not really like a big change, but I feel like we have take time to breathe out. It's almost like you want, there's more hesitation on your part with like the career sector of like this exploratory like vibe that you have. Like it's almost like maybe you think people will look at you funny. Maybe you think that you'll sound like almost, because this is a lot about spiritual stuff here, so maybe you're afraid people will be like, "Ooh, that person's weird now," or like, or something like that. Like you're afraid what people are going to think about you. We have Virgo, and we had Virgo on the deck earlier too, so it's almost like you're afraid to like shirk your responsibilities or the criticisms that other people are going to like have against you or something like that. You're afraid, you are like very excited to disrupt your routine, but also scared about it. I feel like there's more hesitation on this part. And that makes sense because, okay, getting a haircut is a lot different than like quitting your job and like, you know, moving to France or something like, you know, radical. It's very radical. I feel like you're afraid to look radical and you feel like, well, I have like a good thing going here, like financially, but like I also have this quest, this thirst for travel or something like that. And I feel like you're trying to figure out how to like, marry those two, because maybe you are a very practical person, and even though you love having these dreams, you almost feel like it's not realistic to like kind of shirk everything and just like kind of like travel the world. You're like, well, how am I going to pay for stuff? Like I feel like you could be having some sort of like anxiety like related to, I don't know, like really like making a big change in your career, even though I feel like you are thinking about it and you are trying to make the decision on how to like have more of this like freedom. I feel like you desire a lot more freedom. And I feel like even if your career that you have is like lucrative and financially stable, it doesn't afford you maybe a lot of time, or it doesn't use your creative juice. It's just kind of like rote and boring and you're not really happy. I feel like you're not happy, but you're trying to figure out a way to sort of curb your more like Aryan impulses and impulsivities, and trying to maybe figure out a practical way to like get this sort of bug out of your system while also keeping like a stable front. So I feel like you're more willing to step out of your comfort zone and be a little bit more radical with your appearance, but with your career you're trying to temper yourself a little bit is what I would say, or that's what's going to be happening in November. But you're going to feel the bug for sure. So what else can we see? What's going down in November for Aries? Okay. What's going on? Okay, we'll say that's your love life, but we have the Queen of Ghosts, or the Queen of Cups, the Magician, and Strength. This is exactly what I was like feeling. That's so funny. I feel like I'm sorry, I just like love when that happens. And then okay, so it's like almost like I don't know, like there's some sense of that you were like maybe a very soft, like very sweet person. I feel like you really got taken advantage of, or maybe people just kind of were like, oh, like they're nice, like, you know what I mean, kind of like a vibe like that. And I feel like you're just almost like ready to like transform with the Magician. You're like, okay, and even the Magician is the number one. Again, it's all about the self, which this isn't, this is more maybe like the 10th house now that I'm thinking about it, your ascendant and your outlook, but I could be wrong. I forget what that even is. But with the Magician, it's like you're making a change with yourself here. Like you're like, okay, like almost like, yeah, like a magician here pulling a rabbit out of the hat. Like I'm pulling like this side of me out of nowhere that you've never seen before. And it is this more tough side with this strength card. But again, it's feminine strength. It's like something, it's not like the emperor, like I'm trying to control things or whatever. It's like wearing red. I'm seeing like she's wearing red here, where here she's wearing like purple, more muted, cool colors. Here she's wearing like red colors. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like becoming a, and even look, the King of Wands here, and a very, fiery sort of an energy here. That is Aries energy as well. So this is more Leo energy. But again, it's like you want to be in the spotlight. Like Leo, I don't feel like the Queen of Cups is somebody that necessarily desires the spotlight, but even the Magician here is on stage pulling a rabbit out of a hat. This is the strength card. She's like in the circus, like a lion tamer, like, you know, like it looks like she's the, what do you call it, the circus master, the ringleader of the circus, whatever it's called. It's like you feel like something like with your attire will like represent some sort of like feeling of leadership within you or something like that. That's like what I'm getting. Like you're really going to do that with your appearance, I'm getting. Very interesting. Like I feel like, and how this is relates to your love life is I feel like you it's almost like, even if you are in a relationship or not, I feel like you're undergoing this sort of outer transformation in order to like, again, like transform on the inside. But whether you're in a relationship or not, it's like, this is the new me. Like I don't think you're really gonna say it, but the fact that it's coming through in like an outer way, like you're gonna show it. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like you're gonna be like, this is the new me, no more, you know, effing with me. Like you're not gonna say that. You're just gonna become this new person, like very naturally and like very authentically. Like this is you evolving in a way that just feels so good and so right for you. Like I love this energy. And what about your career? We have the Hermit, again, Virgo energy. Again, a science, like in a laboratory. Like I feel like you are trying to like come up with something. Like you're trying to, but again, you're scared of like the financial instability and things like that. But what else for the Knight of Wands and the Ten of Swords? It's like you have this, yeah, desire for travel. I feel like with the Knight of Wands, that's like a Sagittarian energy. Again, it's like this is energy coming through, being reiterated. And I feel as though, let me just, well, no, let's finish talking about this. But with the Hermit energy and the Knight of Wands, that's like two very like different energies. It's like this, it's a clash. It's like, how am I trying to say this? I feel like you have this idea, like the Knight of Wands energy, this fire energy comes through where you feel like super excited about it. But then it's like the Ten of Swords, it's like you kill your own dreams and you're like, no, I can't. It's like all these worries and anxieties are coming through. I want to see what energy you're going to be in, just you. Like I want to keep the center like that. Hold on. What's Aries energy going to be during the course of this, of November? What is Aries main energy going to be, please, Spirit? Oh, okay, I saw the Mystic. The Mystic, yeah, revels in intimate union with the divine. But I feel like again, this is you more so getting in touch with your soul here with the Mystic, and really allowing yourself, again, like the freedom, these colors are the same, to like step out of your comfort zone towards what your heart truly desires. Again, I think it's a lot easier for you emotionally and sartorially, is that how you say when you talk about your clothes, to, you know, sort of change up what you're doing there. But as far as your career and stuff, it's like you feel like you're not satisfied. It's like I feel like you're really trying to figure out a formula towards like having this freedom that you crave while also having some stability in your life here. But I feel like your thoughts are really getting to you, or they will be in November, where you're going to be like, or maybe other people's opinions are going to be getting to you or something like that. Like your own drive is going to feel very aligned, because it looks like this person, the horse, the imp, they're all like moving towards the same direction here. But then it's almost like here, this person's like weighed down by their thoughts. Like it almost looks like the Four of Swords. Like I feel like you're going to maybe take some sort of an action towards this new way of life for yourself, but then you're going to be like, what am I doing? Like, up at night, like restless and feeling that you're making a mistake and you're being reckless or something like that. So I feel like this is just like kind of reiterating what we were talking about here, but I feel like maybe taking some steps, like we were talking about, like getting a passport, like looking into things. I mean, maybe just taking a vacation or something like that, taking a trip. I feel like if you could afford, I don't know your financial situation here, but I feel like there's almost a sense of like, I've been cooped up too long. That's how you're going to feel in November. Like, I'm ready to like explore something new. Like, I'm ready to stop thinking about what I want to do and actually do it. But then it's like going back and forth. Like, the fear is like going to get to you, like, for sure. Let's see what else we can get here. Love life. What is Aries? Love life. Can we get anything more if it's just like going to keep repeating like the same message? We have broken heart in reverse and hostilities. Again, I just feel like something happened where maybe there was like some final straw with something where maybe you get sort of like taken a, like you kind of have a broken heart or something that, but it doesn't make you feel sad. I feel like it makes you feel angry and like lights a fire under you. Like where maybe you were, you just want a new, I feel like it is stemming from an emotional place with the Queen of Cups here as well. It's like important to note that. So I feel like there's almost a sense maybe where, I don't know, like, what am I trying to say? This really like pushes you forward. Like, and it's like your emotions are like on fire. I feel like you go from like being sad to being like, I guess mad, but it gives you like a lot of motivation. How about your career? It's like no more Mr. Nice Guy. Okay, this is too much, but hold on. I feel like maybe you want to be some sort of a healer, but it's like you have maybe like you're like an accountant or something, like for example, and you're just like, or you're in school for accounting. This was talking about school, and you just want to like change it up real quick, and you're like, my family is gonna kill me, like, or something like that. All right, what's going on with Aries career? Attachment. Yeah, it's like you want to like move past something, but you're just like very attached to it. Victory. We had the Six of Wands on the deck too. So it's like, again, I feel like you have some sort of success in some area, but it makes you feel trapped and you're not really happy like doing what you're doing. And it's like you feel like generic or like basic, or like you're just chained to something that isn't bringing you any joy. All right, but it's like you are successful, but you're like, okay, like, what was that on like Love is Blind in season 3? Who's that guy? Andrew, when he was like, I chased money after school and I got it, but I wasn't fulfilled. And then he became some sort of like nature photographer. Like he was always in Africa and in like South America, like shooting wildlife and stuff. And he really did. He changed his life and did some, I forget what he was. I think he was in finance or something to begin with. He was like talking about it. So that guy just popped in my head. All right, what about, but yeah, so it's interesting how like a lot of this was about your clothes and like, this is the new me. But with this broken heart in reverse, that's making me think that maybe you're not fully healed from this, and almost trying to move on a little bit too quickly or something like that is like a vibe that I'm getting, or not fully gone through the pain and trying to maybe cover it up with like there's a lot of anger, unresolved emotion within you or something like that. What's going on for Aries love life here? Did I cut the deck? Sorry. Like you're trying to move on a little bit too fast, but let's see. What's going on in Aries love life in November? Deep knowing. Okay, so it's interesting. Okay, so deep knowing. It's like you feel very, it's almost like, okay, like now that I'm looking at this, I'm thinking that maybe whatever happens, even though it does fill you with rage and fire, maybe you had this like knowing all along that this was going to go down this way, or like this wasn't the right person for you, or even just that they weren't ready yet. And it's like, oh, a card just fell off the top of the deck. Let me see what it was. Round and round. Oh, you maybe went through like a lot of cycles with this person, for example, and the end of it is almost like a relief, and it's like you feel free, free from your own emotions, though. Maybe not free from this person, because especially if they were in and out, but you're just like free again. You feel like free within your own body and mind, and it's like you're just ready to like take on the world or something like that. How about for your career? Yin energy. I don't know. That one over there, though. Let's just get one more, because that like trips me out when it does that. Okay. for Aries career. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, yang energy. All right, so yeah, the yin energy is like the opposite of that, and I went there, so I feel like that was correct. But we have this round and round again. There's the yin energy. I guess we'll just keep it here. It's like yin in your love life, yang in your career. But I almost feel like it's the opposite. So I feel like this is almost like the advice for you. In regards to your career, it's like do things that will sort of like take certain steps with the yang energy. I think this is Spirit's advice for you. Take certain steps towards moving towards the direction of your deepest dreams and even your most fanciful, like out there dreams. Like take a course if you want to become a healer and just see what it's all about. Like look into certain things, like go see like someone that has your job. Say you want to be a Reiki healer, go get some Reiki healing and see like and talk to people and be like, how did you get into this? Maybe they'll have a similar story and will be able to like relate to you, because this is talking about gurus. So maybe like going to see one will like help you to like figure out your own thing, and they could talk about how their fears, you know, what they were afraid of when they started doing it, and you'll realize that it was very much on par, and then you'll hear their success story and be more like feel more reassured about like moving in that direction, like that kind of a thing. And it'll help you to ease some of your fears and make it seem more realistic to you, not just like a pipe dream. As far as here with the advice with the yin energy, I feel like while it is good to like be in this more tough energy, I think Spirit's saying there might be some hostility, or there might be almost like a rejection of your softer side is what I'm getting here. That's what I'm getting. And I think Spirit's saying like that is a part of you as well, even though it may have landed you into trouble, and maybe you like were a little bit too trusting. Maybe there was a deep knowing all along, like I was saying, and the person you're really mad at maybe is yourself, or maybe you need to like at least maybe you already know that and you need to forgive yourself or something like that, and just realize that that loving heart, there is Leo energy here. Leo is known, it rules the heart. The lion has like a huge heart, a loyal heart. Like that's just the way that you are, and that's a part of you that isn't that can't be changed just by like having some leather pants on, like, you know what I mean? And that's okay, that's a part of you, but that doesn't mean like getting to know this more tough side of you is like fun and interesting too. So all right guys, enjoy November. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Very interesting to say the least. So I hope you guys have a great day or night, and enjoy the rest of your week and month. October's almost over, Halloween's coming up. And thank you so much to everybody that's recently subscribed and liked my stuff on my channel. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'll catch you in the next reading, okay? Bye.